Okay, so today we're diving into something pretty interesting, I think, Chia Network.
Okay.
And it's kind of trying to be the greener Bitcoin, you know?
Right.
But it's looking like it's going way beyond that, like
Yeah.
revolutionizing global finance, even gaming maybe.
Hmm.
And all this is based on what we can get from their business white paper
Okay.
and a recent blog post by Bram Cohen, their founder.
Interesting. So they're really kind of like looking at the whole financial system
Yeah.
and saying like, okay, this is kind of clunky. It's slow. Like proposing a complete do-over.
So less like magic internet money and more like magic internet financial system.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're saying that like Bitcoin was groundbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
but the tech is old. It uses too much energy.
Yeah.
Chia sees like a real opportunity there to make a financial system that's like efficient and good for the planet.
Yeah.
You know?
And a big part of that is how they do it, right? This proof of space and time thing.
Right. Instead of miners using a ton of electricity,
Yeah.
you've got like farmers just using their empty hard drive space.
So like my external hard drive that I never use could be making me money.
Yeah.
Chia.
Yeah, potentially. Like it's using something that's already there.
Right.
All that storage.
That makes it easier for people to get involved too.
Absolutely. And way better for the environment than mining.
For sure. Okay, now what about this Kailisp thing?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get my head around this whole programmable money idea.
It's pretty wild.
Hmm.
So like in their white paper, they had this example where a company could make a wallet where like 2 out of 3 executives have to agree before they can spend anything.
Oh, interesting.
It's like built-in checks and balances.
That makes sense.
And that's just one thing. Like Kailisp could change how we do escrow, smart contracts. Imagine like a contractor, they finish a stage of the project.
Yeah.
And boom, the money's automatically released to them from like an escrow,
Okay.
verified right there on the blockchain.
Right.
Adds a whole other level of, transparency, and it does it automatically.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen anything like this before.
So we're talking about changing how business gets done, like fundamentally.
Exactly.
Not just here's another cryptocurrency.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, we've got the eco-friendly farming.
Yes.
We've got the programmable money. But how do they go from like cool idea
Right.
to actually, like a real player in this world?
Well, they're aiming high, that's for sure.
Yeah.
One thing is this strategic Chia reserve.
Okay.
So they made 21 million Chia coins right at the start,
Mm-hmm.
and they're holding on to them.
So it's like their own little treasure chest,
Yeah, like a company treasury.
which, I mean, I could see some people finding that a little shady.
Right. But remember, they're going to be publicly traded.
Oh, right.
So all their finances, how they use those coins, it's all out in the open.
Transparency is key, especially with something this new.
Absolutely, especially if they want those big investors, governments,
Yeah, because it's not every day you see invest in our cryptocurrency run by our public company.
Right, it's a whole new world.
It really is. So who are they targeting with all this? Seems like a pretty diverse group.
It is, yeah.
It's not just your typical crypto crowd, is it?
No, they're talking to governments who, they want secure payments.
Cross-border payments, right. Like that's a big one.
Huge, and they want them fast.
Instant, ideally.
Exactly. Then you've got your financial institutions. They're all about faster, cheaper settlements.
Makes the whole system more efficient.
Exactly. And of course, you've got all the developers who are going to build the next generation of financial apps.
On top of Chia.
Exactly. So it's not just a product,
It's like they're trying to build a whole new financial system.
an ecosystem. That's the idea.
And this ecosystem, it goes beyond just like, Wall Street and traditional finance, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Look at this World Bank partnership.
The carbon credit thing.
Yeah. Using blockchain for carbon credits. That's huge.
That feels like a whole other deep dive.
It really does. But it shows how much they're thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Because the carbon credit market, it's messy, right?
Yeah. Not exactly known for its transparency.
Exactly. So Chia's tech could track those credits, make sure they're legit.
Making a real difference.
Exactly. And doing it all on the blockchain where it's like verifiable.
This could change how we fight climate change.
That's the hope. And it all comes back to Chia's tech.
Wow. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, the green farming, changing global finance.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But there's one more thing.
Okay.
And it's straight from Bram Cohen's blog himself.
Okay.
Chia Gaming.
Interesting.
What is Chia's vision for the gaming world?
So this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Cohen's talking about like building a platform, right? For games,
Sure.
skill-based games.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You play for real money.
Okay, so how is this different from like online casinos?
So a few things. One, Chia uses this thing called state channels.
State channels, okay.
Yeah. And what that does is it lets you play in real time.
Hmm.
You're not waiting around for, blockchain confirmations.
Right, because those can be kind of slow.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
it's like a fast lane just for gaming.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Gets rid of a big problem for blockchain game.
Right? Okay.
But there's more
Okay.
because it's decentralized. Like, there's no casino taking a cut.
Interesting.
And Cohen's argument is that, like, skill-based games done this way
Yeah.
could actually be legal in way more places than, like, regular online gambling.
So hold on, let me get this straight. We're talking faster games, no house taking their share,
Right.
and potentially it's not even like running into the same legal problems.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty big for players and developers too.
Oh, absolutely. And on top of that,
Okay.
blockchain means, like, almost impossible to cheat.
Right, because it's all right there on the
It's all transparent.
Yeah, okay.
So Cohen sees this as, like, a whole new era for online gaming.
Wow. Okay, so we've gone through a lot with Chia today.
Yeah, it's a
From like how they're trying to be better than Bitcoin.
more efficient, greener.
Yeah, and then changing like global finance, maybe even how we deal with climate change.
And now gaming, it's really something.
So to bring it all back to everyone listening, like what does this all mean? What's the takeaway here?
Honestly, whether you care about investing, the future of gaming, or you're just, curious about money, how it's all changing.
Mm-hmm.
Chi is worth keeping an eye on. They're really trying to build a whole new financial system.
Yeah, from scratch, basically.
Yeah, and it's sustainable, it's efficient, and honestly, it's exciting.
It's definitely ambitious, and it's going to be interesting to see how this all like plays out in the real world.
Absolutely.
One last thought though, and this is for everyone listening.
Okay.
What if, and this is a big what if,
Yeah.
what if Chia actually does this? Like they pull it off.
The big if.
Could we see like unused hard drive space become something valuable?
Like digital real estate.
Yeah, like people are trading it because
Ah.
it's powering this whole new financial system.
That is a really interesting thought. It really shows how fast things change,
They're sure.
and that, like, what we think of as valuable, that can change overnight.
Exactly. Until next time, keep diving.